Hey everybody, welcome back to Death is Coming, episode 2, and I got my stuff back and traveled like 153 meters, precisely, to find this place, and I think this is where we're going to kind of set up shop, because, well, I'm kind of tired of adventuring. Well, not really tired of adventuring, but I kind of want to have like a home base so we can get started. So I think we're going to start around here. We're probably just going to actually use this structure for the time being. But we will build our own here, yeah, very soon. Now, I just made a pepperoni, cheese, and pizza sauce sandwich, toasted, all nice and warm. So, if I die of heartburn, you guys know what happened. And it's like no pun intended. Like, seriously, the other night, thought I was literally gonna die. But I think it's gonna be alright. I think I'll be fine. I think my problem is I've been drinking too much soda and eating like a ridiculous amount of acidic foods, and I usually don't. Like, I don't avoid them because I never had, chronic heartburn issues, but I don't like, particularly have, or I don't particularly, I don't really drink soda. Like as far, oh, we're frozen again. Are you kidding me? Oh well, it gives me time to talk about crap. Oh, we're back. All right. You guys are lucky I was about to talk. That I don't usually like particularly avoid acidic foods, but I don't actually go for acidic foods either. Like, one thing I don't do is I don't drink soda, but at the same time, um, lately I have been, and it's a bit of a problem. Like, I don't like drinking soda. It's a bunch of empty calories. It's acidic. My teeth are already bad enough, but I've been tired of drinking water. I usually drink a lot of water with Kool-Aid packets and stuff to like give it some flavor. But I'm getting a little tired of water. So um, yeah. So I've been drinking more soda. I used to drink a good bit of milk and stuff, but I don't. I haven't really been in the mood for that because like it's getting into allergy season and milk makes me phlegmier. So I kind of avoid that because nobody wants to be phlegmier. So so yeah. We're gonna kind of just like build right here, I think. For now, we might move in a little bit, but for right now, we're gonna make this like a temporary base camp. I think we're gonna put our torches here. Maybe it's frozen again. We might not be able to do this mod pack, at least not on camera. I might have to choose between this and Enigmatica for fun time. Or something to do to keep me from going insane. Actually, I was thinking about hanging up YouTube in a way. Like, nobody's really watching my videos, and I'm not really a huge Minecraft fan to begin with. Like, when I started doing this, it was just something to do. And now I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm getting bored with it, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I'm getting bored with it. I'm not going to become famous doing this. Like, there's not a chance. And I'm not like, that's not really what I'm going for anyway, but last thing I want is to be the center of attention. Trust me. My life is already, seems like I'm already under the spotlight more than I want to be already, so that's not really something I don't want to be, that, like, I don't want to be famous. Like, I just don't want to be. Like, being well known wouldn't be bad. Having people be like, oh, hey, it's that guy that, plays Minecraft and kind of cool, it's whatever. that'd be alright, but I don't want to be like, have like a crowd, so to speak. Not that that would ever happen anyway, because I'm not liked enough. I wasn't born rich or born, with some funny little catch to make me seem more popular than I am. So I never really stood a chance in the first place. But it's it's a humorous idea. Humorous idea. I think that's what I'm going for. I don't really know. I'm just talking. Um, we're gonna make an iron pickaxe, and then we're gonna sort through the mods a little bit. And we're gonna make a diamond sword as well, and maybe an iron axe to get more wood. I think would be a good idea. Speed that up a little bit. I should make like an iron shovel or something, but I think I'll save my iron. If I get one more, I can make another pickaxe. That's something to look forward to, I suppose. So let's actually look at the mods. If I hit the delete button, I think it goes into the Advent of Ascension. I thought it went to the Advent of Ascension thing, but I guess that's a no. As you can see, I never logged out from last time we played, which is probably a bad idea, because it's probably one of the reasons it's going to keep freezing. Welcome to Advent of Ascension. Press delete to view your stats. Liar. Freaking liar. Alright, let's see our keybinds. And see if we can find Advent of Ascension. Advent keys. Open Advent of Ascension's window. Toggle mob overheads. I could care less. Toggle resource display. Could care less. So... And then we can actually get rid of a bunch of this junk. Because... I'll just give it a key whenever it comes time. That works. So if we hit 1, now it should bring us up to this cool little menu from Advent of Ascensions. Or it's going to nuclearly bomb my game. There we are. Okay, cool. So, last time I played Advent of Ascension, Anemia, and Enema. It's an enema. But, wasn't fully implemented. So it didn't have, like, you could gain levels, but it didn't do anything. I'm thinking this one is going to have more things available, because this is way later, like when I played, whatchamacallit, when I played Scramblecraft, it was probably about a year ago. Now you can set this up that I can use less food. Actually, I'm not sure what all these are. This gives me like a burst of speed. This one's less saturation or food. And I don't know what this is, but we can... I don't know what this is either, my tribute. But if we go to the bestiary... Well, that's not what I was looking for, but this is Mr. Hunch. The one thing we had to kill. I punched him to death because he was guarding my tombstone. But if we go to, let's see, I want to go to whatever the moving one is. Expedition, probably? Speed, satiation, and deep breath. Okay, so if I put the bubble one on, I can breathe better underwater. So we're going to stick with the with the one that costs less hunger to run around for now, because I don't want, because I don't have a good steady food source at the moment, so we'll have to figure that out later. One of the other things, I want to check out if anything's new in Anemia. Anemia. You can level up Anemia skill by collecting plants and flowers, breaking leaves, and harvesting grown crops. When you do this, there is a small chance to get a blue Anima stone. Will drop. Pick up the stone and gain a bit of Anima XP, and occasionally a fragmented Anima stone. Additionally, you can level up by activating Fragmented anima stones. Fragmented anima stones can be obtained from some traders, yada yada yada. The more tablets you will have available to you. Okay, so they did implement some stuff. These fragment anima stones can be used to craft powerful tablets, which are very effective tools in almost any situation. Place a tablet down on the ground, and as long as you have sufficient soul power remaining, it will stay activated, giving off a powerful effect to the surrounding area. The higher level, the higher the special anima tablets of doom are. And then you have soul power, creation, energy, and battle rage, which apparently I use some soul power doing something. I'm not sure what, but we can figure out more of that later. But that is like the keystone to why I chose this mod pack, because I wanted to further learn more about Advent of Ascension. I thought it'd be a good idea. Now, with that being said, what do we actually want to do? So what do we have for storage? We have Yaba in here, which is always cool. Let's do at storage. I figured it would have storage drawers or something. Easy storage, which is something I'm not overly familiar with, but I did use once a long time ago in an old mod pack. So it should be interesting to get back into this. I'm actually more curious in why this key's freezing. Like, I changed all the things, so it should run better. Apparently, that is not the case. Okay, so this is a relatively cheap storage network, I would assume. So it would definitely be something to look into, but for now, we don't have very much stuff, so I'm not overly worried about it. I think we should get mining, and then work on something from there later. Let's actually get some wood. Because we are going to need a shovel. I guess we don't need a shovel, but it's going to make life a little bit better. And I guess we'll work on a mine somewhere after we get a couple of these trees. Which I don't think this has fast leaf decay either. So I think it's like, I think all this, the mod, oh it does. I thought most of the mods that inhibited or made the game go faster or out of here, like ore excavation and stuff like that. But apparently I was wrong. We don't have ore excavation. We do have fast leaf decay. Treecapitator would be kind of nice, but yeah, we're not gonna split hairs. The gods are blind to you in this time of need. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. The gods have been blind to me for about 1.5 years, 2 years. Like, I think one was kind of like peaking for like 1.5 years, maybe. And then, somebody stabbed him in the eye. So now all the gods are like, what? I don't see nothing. How did that guy get underneath that train? Well, who knows? How did that guy get his kidney sold in the Mexican drug cartel? Well, I was too busy watching YouTube videos. I kind of think, deep down, like, I would actually make, like, a halfway decent entertainer. Like, as long as I was in the right mindset and around the right people, I think I'd make a pretty good entertainer. Just me. I cannot stress it enough. That is not something I particularly want. I am not a focus on me kind of guy. I am definitely more of a sit in the background and be the smart guy, not the hey, look at me, I'm so shiny kind of guy. So for anyone thinks I'm grasping for straws to gain some sort of fame, you are completely wrong. I hate giving speeches. The furthest thing I ever did, you know, in those regards were, my senior project, graduate high school, and my YouTube channel where I actually talked on camera completely alone with nobody around. That's like the closest thing I get to being like center of attention in public. Ultimately, I know that my views and my opinions don't really matter. So, me making them overly known or even becoming something, it wouldn't benefit me or anybody. So, don't ever think being famous is something I'm after. A nice life would be okay, but famous, not so much. So I guess we should probably work on this mining situation. Oh, what are you doing here? Polar Ursa? I'm gonna get some Polar Ursa meat if I don't die from lag. I'm not gonna die from the Ursa. I'm gonna die from lag. Raw Ursa meat. I haven't eaten it yet. What does it taste like? I wonder if the mod's in here that gives you extra hearts for eating more food. I guess one can only hope. I think I'm going to block up this water, and I think I'm going to start down here for the mine. Now, like I said, I didn't really want to start with a predetermined structure, but I think it's going to be our best bet. We can always build something later. Like, I'm not even sure how I'm going to conduct myself in this particular mod pack. Like, I don't know if I want to do, like, if I want to do, like, full-on 30-minute videos of, like, everything, or if I want to, like, start with, like, some sort of idea. Like, be like, hey, this episode, I'm gonna automate breeding, killing, and cooking Ursas. Or something stupid like that. Like, I think doing something like that would be kind of cool. But I don't really... Usually when I try to automate something, it's kind of hit and miss, so to speak. Sometimes I get it, hit the nail right on the head. And other times I'm so far messed up that I can't even figure out how to, like, pipe items in and out of a furnace. So, I mean, I'm a little bit... I'm not very savvy with all the mod packs. So there's that. Is there, like, time in a bottle in here? That'd be kind of cool. Or an acceleration one. Time in a bottle would be better, because it doesn't cost a ridiculous amount of stuff to get. What are these guys? Amulet of Recovery. Haggler's Sign. Peculiar Pocket Watch. Slows time. Spells make the time stand still. Slow time spells make time stand still. That's the opposite of what I want. I want to speed up time, not slow it down. Timewood Clock. Twilight Forest. Yeah. More than likely, we're going to completely skip the Twilight Forest. Too many people do the Twilight Forest, and I don't really... And I've actually ran through it, I think, twice, and I just don't find it fun. Like, that's just... It's just how I feel about it. Great, awesome building materials. Really cool stuff. And the person that made it, put a lot of time and effort into it. But it's just not... trying to make a torch shovel. It's just not really... It's not my thing. Like, I didn't really care for the Aether. The Between Lands? No, I didn't do the Between Lands yet, I don't think. There was, I didn't really like not the Nightmare Dimension. I didn't have a chance to go to that one because my game... Oh, let's talk about MC Unstable, or FTB Unstable. The reason I quit that, I went to fight the Ender Dragon, and some glitch happened that, well, no, I blew up an End Crystal too close to me, and I died. And then when I went back to pick up my stuff, the game kept crashing, and then when I finally got it to work, it duplicated all my items. And then when I finally killed the Ender Dragon, the game crashed again, and I went back, and the Ender Dragon was still there, so I tried again. And then I missed it all on camera, so I just decided that the mod pack isn't ready. Like, I decided that either my computer isn't ready for 1.14, or 1.14 isn't ready for Minecraft yet. So I figured I'd give it some more time. And that's how I got into Enigmatica, because it's a 1.14 pack, but I'm doing it off camera so I can see what 1.14 has to offer, in particular Create. And I actually got pretty in-depth with Create already. I got the Mechanical Crafter and stuff. It's the version of Create where you need to get quartz and use the Mechanical Crafter to make stuff, and I think it's the original way Create's supposed to be. It's a little more of the mid to late game rather than, you know, right out the gate. And I'm kind of digging it. Like, I wish you could set it up before going to the Nether, but it's not necessarily bad to have it a little bit later game because it does have some pretty powerful aspects. But the reason I gave up on FTB Unstable was because it was just that. The only thing I really had left to do was check out the Nightmare Dimension, which is basically like another Aether, lots of building materials, its own little like storyline, but not really anything too special. And killing the Ender Dragon and the Wither were the only things I really had left to do. And when it started crashing and I couldn't fix it, I just decided to call it quits. There's no reason to further pursue it, because killing the Wither is pretty easy, killing the Ender Dragon isn't all that difficult, and the Nightmare Dimension is kind of pathetic. So, that's not true. I mean, the Nightmare Dimension is just like a lot of other Minecraft modded dimensions. You get a whole bunch of like modded blocks and modded items and a couple new enemies, maybe a boss or two, and you know, it's its own thing. Like, it's cool, but it's not that cool. Like me. It's like me. I'm cool. I'm just not that cool. I don't know. Regardless, when it started to lag out, it was over. When it started crashing, and I don't have enough technological background to literally know how to go in and fix it. So, like, I was like, it's not worth the trouble to finish out the mod pack. So, I just didn't. Now, I chose this mod pack for a magnitude of reasons. Advent of Ascension is definitely one thing. Its name kind of popped out at me. Like I said, there's been some things in my life that have been getting dramatically worse, so I figured it's just the right level of humor and ironic to keep me from freaking out, I guess. I still have I'm not sure how much I'm being lied to. Like, my life has been pretty secluded when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, I don't get to go out to the world and see things for myself. So I don't know how much I'm being lied to. But apparently this whole virus disease thing is still pretty significantly bad. But, I don't know or see anybody that actually has it. When I'm outside, there's a bunch of people wearing masks and stuff, but most of the people in this town would, most of them do what they're told. Not that I'm too much different, aside from I don't particularly try to be a moron on purpose. And I don't believe everything I'm told right off the bat, just because somebody told me that has a fancy car or something. So, some guy tells some of the people around here, or some guy tells somebody around here, like, oh, the government is going to add another day in May. It's going to be, May 32nd, and it's going to start raining tomato paste on May 32nd. I don't start, buying a new calendar and preparing for, tomato stains. But there's a lot of people around here that, that do just that, or try to sell the rumor. Like, there's people around here that would be like, oh yeah, do you know what? That's a bunch of horse crap, but let's see how many people we can get to believe it. And that's some of my problems with this world. Like, oh, a lot of people are like making stuff up and just seeing how many people believe it. And there's a lot of things that's hard not to believe the more people you convince, or the more people you have. So it's like the presidential campaign, when you got one guy saying the other guy is, selling sex slaves on the black market, and you have, 5 million people you paid off to say you witnessed it, to say they witnessed it, and, everyone's like, oh my gosh, he must have did it, look at all these people. And then you're like, then again, this is a highly popular, highly popular and, well-to-do guy spreading this rumor, so who knows what's the actual truth. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Same thing I put on Facebook, and I tell people I meet. Yeah, this disease and these rumors people are spreading around, it's nothing to take lightly. But, try to use common sense. Don't believe everything you hear. Yeah, it might be real. Yeah, there might be people dying. But you know what? There's people dying all the time, whether there's a disease or not. I could have swore this thing had that under the block under the block mod, like I can put a block under a block or something. That works. I don't know. I'm trying to say, hopefully I get my point across with some of the things I say. But sometimes I don't even know if I'm speaking the same language as half you people. Probably like, what is this guy trying to sell? I'm not selling anything. I'm telling you not to buy. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm telling you don't be easily convinced of other people. There's too many dirtbags and scumbags trying to take advantage of people. And, to be completely honest, as many secrets as our government has, I wouldn't doubt them having one problem turning it into a different problem and seeing how many people they can get to believe it. I wouldn't doubt that for 1 second. So, I mean, there's that. Like I said, it's nothing to take lightly, and there is definitely something horrible going on around here. I'm not sure about the world, or what's going on outside of this town, or the state. I guess I do travel around a little bit, but I guess at this point to be saying the state would be a good way of saying it. Like, I don't really know what's going on past that point, but I can guarantee you that something bad is happening. It's just what it actually is something that's hard to pinpoint. Do I believe there's some sort of illness going around? Probably. There usually is. Do I believe that people are trying to use something to cover up something else? Yeah, it might be a little far-fetched, but like I said, there's definitely something else going on. And no one will or no one's capable of freely speaking about. And that definitely makes it look like, they're hiding something, but, you can't really go off that knowledge. Excuse me. Now, we did a little bit of mining. I'm probably going to go to Bedrock off camera, but I do want to see what my options of ore doubling is. So let's look up, like, grinder or mill or something. Pam's Harvestcraft meat grinder. There we go. That's all we need. We can grab the meat grinder, and we can grind up all those Ursas. I don't know. So, Ursa, I think, refers to a bear, like, in Latin, but don't quote me on that. So, like, it's like the Latin name for, the Latin scientific name for black bear is, like, Ursa de Americanus, the American black bear, or something like that. So, Ursa refers to bear, or bear-like creature, in other languages. Just a piece of knowledge for anybody that gives a crap. So there's no mill, there's no grinder. What mods do we actually have in here for technology? I didn't actually think about that. Twilight Forest. I think I'm going to do some research. I think I'm going to end this episode. I need something to clear my throat. I've been having a little bit of a cough issue. I think I had that heartburn, and then I drank like half a gallon of milk to kill off the heartburn. But then ever since, I don't know if I've been all sludgy. It's kind of odd, but I don't care. Maybe death really is coming. Yeah, as far as I see it, it could be an early end to a torturous, miserable life. That's depressing. But it's so true. So true. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode, and I'm going to take a look around and see if I can find anything that I can do storage-wise, and see if there's anything I can do ore doubling before I start cranking all this stuff out. Because if there's an ore doubling method, which there should be, it's modded, so I'm guessing there's probably an ore doubling method somehow. But we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.